Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Obviously I'm wearing the same robe I did in the previous video. It's about midnight, so I'm recording my next video that I wrote for ideas that I wrote down in my notebook. What this is going to be covering tonight is my Hamilton experience. So everybody knows the phenomenal experience that is Hamilton. I'm going to share my experience. I actually saw it twice in Chicago, and then I saw the movie with the original cast. I live about a 3-hour drive from Chicago. So yeah, it's a bit of a drive, but I've handled long drives before. I can do it again. So my first, actually both Hamilton experiences, my mom was able to get a Broadway lottery ticket. Yes, they do exist, where she was able to apply for a ticket to see these Broadway shows, and one of them we were able to see was Hamilton. Now, the first time I saw it, I was grateful for the experience, but I will say the seats that we had were terrible. I'll honestly say that, because it was not, it was like one of the upper levels, but the view was definitely obscured because of how low the ceiling was, so we couldn't even see the whole stage. We just saw the first floor. We didn't even get to see the stairs and everything, the upper view, which was a bummer. But yeah, so Alexander Hamilton is played by Miguel Cervantes. He actually originated the role in Chicago and was there the entire run in Chicago, and is now doing it again in New York. Now I know because of COVID, they were gonna open in New York again. They were gonna do it. He was gonna do it in New York right after he left Chicago, but because of COVID, they had to postpone that. So I cannot imagine him relearning everything. I mean, it probably wasn't that hard because he played it for a couple years in Chicago, but then again, it's like almost like a muscle memory loss when you've gotten out of practice of doing it for so long. I'm just saying that in theater experience in general, if you haven't done theater in so many years, it's kind of like you're having to relearn it again. But anyway, yeah, so Miguel Cervantes played Hamilton, and he was great. Then Chris Lee was Lafayette and Jefferson, and no objections to the guy who originated him on Broadway, but I didn't see that except for the movie. But I will say for Chris Lee, he gave it an essence of character and fun and bounce that was a lot of fun to watch him play, not to mention his braids are awesome. He just got done with a series, unfortunately was canceled, Legacies. And I will say I did see clips of him in the episode where they put on the school musical, which was exciting for me because he's going back to his musical theater roots, so it was cool to see him get back into that once again. Now, those two characters played the same both times I saw it. When I saw it both times, Aaron Burr and Angelica were played by different people. When I saw it the first time, Angelica was played, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. She was in the original cast of In the Heights with Lin-Manuel Miranda as his love interest, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I will say I wish I could have seen Hamilton in Chicago when Wayne Brady was Aaron Burr. That would have been really awesome. Um, the second time we went to see it, I remember we had gotten there early and it was in the middle of winter in Chicago, no less, and they weren't open yet. So we were able to go into this hotel that was directly next door to the theater to warm up. And luckily, the hotel let us stay there until the show started. Um, this time when we got the seats, we were actually on the highest level, the highest balcony, and the way the seatings was, it was at an angle that I was almost kind of terrified because it was at a steep stairs almost. But that experience, I will say, was really interesting because my mom had gotten in touch with Miguel Cervantes, his wife, and they had connected, and they, I was able to sew pillowcases for him and his kids and Chris Lee. Unfortunately, I didn't get to give it to Chris, but I did get to give it to Miguel and got a photo. We got our family photo taken with him. And this was at the time, I'm getting emotional for this. His darling daughter, Adelaide, was still alive. And if you don't know the story of Adelaide Cervantes, she was born with epilepsy, and was struggling her entire life. I do remember they got a picture of her bed with my pillowcase and they sent it to us. Unfortunately, she lost her battle with epilepsy just a day or two short of her 4th birthday. To this day, I believe that they are, I think after what they went through, I still believe they are advocates of epilepsy because of what they went through. They actually, during the whole process of Hamilton, they didn't leave Chicago just so that Adelaide could get the medical care that she needed, um, because it was available in Chicago. And I do remember they wrote a song for her, and I still wish to this day I could have met her just to know that she had my pillowcase. And it would be really amazing to know that they still have the pillowcase that I gave her. Then when the movie came out on Disney Plus, I did see that. And that was pretty cool to see the original cast. I will say though, Hamilton is a really cool way to learn American history, but it is very fast moving. There's a lot of words encompassed into the one show, so it's not a show that you can see one time. You have to see it multiple times to kind of understand the show. But also listening to the lyrics of the songs, I feel is highly important, especially with the Battle of Yorktown, because there's, I feel like, a lot of historic information in that for the Battle of Yorktown. But other than that, that is my Hamilton experience. I'm very grateful to have seen it as many times I did. I will say though, after seeing it 3 times, I'm Hamilton out. No objection to anybody who still wants to see it. I just don't think I can get past seeing it 3 times and then watch it a 4th time or a 5th time. Not to mention, it is a 3-hour show, so if it got to the point where it was released to the public, I would not mind being on crew for that, or being on the vocals backstage vocals for that. So yeah. Oh, fun fact, the woman who essentially played the Bullet in the original cast of Hamilton went on to do stuff like Schmigadoon, the Prom, the movie The Prom on Netflix, which is based off of the Broadway show, and the recent remake of West Side Story as Anita, which is originated by Rita Moreno, the always legendary Rita Moreno. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you want to, um, sorry, if you like this video, thumbs up, comment down below on this or any of my other videos that I'm going to be posting. But other than that, I'll say goodnight and see you in my next video. Bye, guys.